that just helps immensely in cutting down their total number. Finn opens the way so that Lachesis can talk to Big Brother. I talk to Big Brother. The sad music plays. He rides off towards certain death, and I shed a little tear. A single manly tear. And now it's basically cross-night extermination. I try to make sure that Finn and Quan get as many cross-night kills as they can, which is basically 2 apiece. I probably should have maximized Bayo's kills as well, but instead I danced the Social Knights. I think it was because they were doing more damage, and that Bayo couldn't take one down by himself. I don't remember exactly what the ultimate reason for my decision was. The reason I don't send Sigurd back into danceable formation is because A, Sigurd doesn't need the experience, and B, he's in no hurry to get to the other castle. As I mentioned before, I need to delay, so there's no real rush. Okay, so the dance begins. So Arden actually needs a tiny bit more cash so that he can fund next chapter's arena. So he'll be picking up that village. Oslo will be heading northwards. With the +3 strength from the village, Fury actually, more than cleanly, I believe, 2-round KOs a pirate like that. So that's the plan for that. Now that he's not softening things up for Bayo to kill, Alec just goes ahead and uses the Horse Slayer. I switched to Steel with Noish here, hoping that maybe he'll pull off a charge. No such luck. Finn appreciates a kill anyway, so he takes the easy, and then continues westward. Now, since there would otherwise be too many Cross Knights for me to feel comfortable with Sylvia's dodging capabilities, since they won't put her in prayer range because she's gained too much HP, I have to have Lex nuke one of them, and Quan nukes another. Well, that's pretty much how you want to handle it. Ideally, there would be less Cross Knights, like 1 or 0, but 2 is not bad. When you go from full to 2 in the space of 1 enemy and 1 player phase. So things have been going well, I go ahead and make a save. It's actually quite good that I've made semi-regular saves in this run, as opposed to some of the other ones, because I had a couple of technical interruptions, which forced me to go back and re-record several of the segments. So in the future you may notice, like, I reload a save, like save 13, but you'll see saves for like turn 19 and turn 20 something. it's because of those issues that things like that will show up. Oh, the only thing about the Thief Sword is accuracy is kind of sucky, so Fury missed that time. She needs to hit up the church, and Dew's in range anyway, so that'll just be one additional spoon-fed kill for Dew, and I'm not really going to complain about that. That's worth 500 gold. So I miscounted the number of squares that Sylvia could move. Lex could have even gone one square further westward. In the end, since, as I said, I need to wait for those Draco Knights, it's not really a huge deal. Nobody minds too much. I probably should have healed Mitter with Lachesis instead of having her go east and heal Bayo. I should have had Bayo move to the west. Because after he gets hit by this javelin here, he's in rather critical condition. And he gets a lucky dodge on the enemy phase, which basically saves his bacon. I think the reason I was hesitating is because I was considering actually killing the Cross Knight with Lachesis. While kill XP gives her more than healing does, I mean, everybody else enjoys kill XP as well. Although again, Noish doesn't really need the babying treatment at this point. So let's go ahead, grabs, not Lex, Quan grabs this kill Captain, gets a little bit more XP under his belt. Yeah, Jumka doesn't need the village, he's mostly tagging along for Drago Knights. I was going to have Mitter take some of those down too, but Mitter needs to retreat after this. There's just no two ways around it. And it turns out they're really not that scary. I mean, there's certainly nothing on FE6's Wyvern Riders, at least not at this point in the game. So Ethlyn goes and does the double return that she's so fond of. Fury visits the church. Ara and Noish and Lachesis and Bayo head to the northeast so that they can get closer to the pirate action that is inevitable. So Quan heedlessly throws himself headlong into the pile of enemies. Sigurd comes along for moral support. So I want to get Sylvia close so that she can dance for Ethlyn when she comes out of the home. So she follows Lex over this way. And she'll actually be doing a lot of back and forth in the central area, dancing people who are moving from the west to the east, or from the home base to the west. And I admit it looks kind of silly to see her move back and forth. It gets the job done, though. I actually overextend Finn here. I didn't realize that he was in range of as many of the bow armors as he was. He does dodge though, which keeps him alive, which is always good. Jevko leverages his amazing combat skills to one-round KO things he should not ordinarily be able to one-round KO. And Holland picks up the gold that I intended him to grab. We start the boss abuse of Quan on Chagall here. This is where he gains his last stretch of experience to push him to the final level up. Come out here. I guess in theory this would be another time where Night Ring might have been potentially useful, and that Sylvia could have started heading more northwest, but... Again, it was not strictly necessary, or if it was, I just managed to do without really noticing the potential turn loss. So Finn grabs this kill, he heads east to get some healing from Ethlyn. Well, everybody else just kind of mops up over there. And the foot teams continue north, along with their lever to be counterparts. And I also take care of this last menacing threat with the ever-potent Do and Levin combination team. Mostly Levin. So Ideen grabs the warp staff. She'll be using it, eventually, as I said, to do some relay. For the moment, though, she's going to head out, do some physic, and stand by Midder for a couple of turns. Midder's just going to grab a quickie before he heads to join the northward contingent. He actually, probably in retrospect, should have stayed by her the entire rest of the chapter, so that at the very start of Chapter 4 they would already be lovers, instead of having to wait 5 turns into it. For some reason I wanted to get him up to level 20 so he could promote, so I'm like, alright, I'll send him up to get some more pirate kills. Not entirely necessary, because he could have easily promoted before any of the dangerous bouts in the arena came up.